Okay, today we're gonna dig a hole because right now we got a little bit of an issue. We have the entrance to our conics all muddy, and that is because there's a hole over here. Here it's sloshed. There's a hole right here that we're gonna dig up, and that is our gray water coming from the house draining out here. But we need it to drain further out there so that way the conics doesn't have that flooded out situation. Robert is sporting some farm clothes today in this, what, 75 degree, 56% humidity weather?
Yep. It's like a wet blanket.
Yeah. A hot wet blanket.
But I gotta keep the sun off.
Yeah, we need to put on some sunscreen. Our ornery puppy's somewhere over in the barn, getting into trouble, I'm sure. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Okay, as you can see, there's a break in the line right there. And that is why the water is flowing over by the conics. What we're trying to do is follow that line, see if we can find the end of the line over there. Because if that end is clogged, then we need to unclog it somehow before we can repair that and have everything flow out to the field. Okay, here's our dilemma with digging holes. We always seem to run into gravel, or in this case, concrete. So we're trying to find the end of this line. And it's a little bit more difficult than we thought. So we might have to dig up closer, because it's very possible it ends closer and they just gravelled it or something to have the water drain out to the field. We don't know. But this is why we aren't getting house projects done, because we run into stuff like this. It takes us a while to figure it out. That's homestead life, right?
So you got it all figured out, right?
What do you mean?
It's a problem.
Oh. Yeah, we do. We figured out we dug 2 holes over here for no reason. The holes with the concrete in it. We dug a giant hole today. Our boots are full of mud. Hey, look, the water went down. We found stuff, right? What did we find?
All right, so here's our situation. Over here, we have the floor drain from our basement that's broken off. And that's where all of our gray water was flowing out. It goes from that broken into pipe. It's supposed to go in the other pipe, but it doesn't. That pipe actually ends just below that broken elbow. That broken elbow is the leach line from our septic tank to the distribution box. What they did though is they took just a piece of corrugated pipe and stuck it over the top of that break in the pipe, and then I think that's about is that 3 or 4 inch solid pipe into the corrugated pipe, but it's not actually sealed, it's just stuck in there. So there's a bunch of dirt that flowed into distribution box, but it seems like our distribution box is still distributing. So that's a good thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to repair this part of the line right here and actually join it up to the corrugated pipe properly. Actually going to cut a section out. There's a little bit of break in the bottom of that corner where it's been the gravel. And then what we're going to do, instead of running our gray water out of this pipe, we're going to route it through the actual drain from up here in the house down that line into our septic tank, which is right there. And then that will flow out through this other line here through the distribution box and hopefully leach out properly. But that'll be the next thing to see. So that's where we're at. We're going to take a trip to Lowe's, get some parts, fix her up, and then we're going to monitor. We'll dig out the top of the septic to see when it fills up, because we haven't been using it except for the toilet. So 1,000 gallons goes a long ways when you're only pooping in it. But once that fills up, we'll be able to see if this box is actually flowing right. And like I said, we did run a bunch of water into this box and it was flowing out. We'll probably dig back a little bit on this line here, and then there's another line on this end, and just make sure there's no breaks just after those. Oh look, Sherry's running the laundry machine, so that's the gray water coming out there. So everything will get routed through the actual septic system rather than just leaching out onto the ground, which will be nice, because then this situation will go away.
Yeah.
That's our hope anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, so update on our current situation. Not good. We hit this distribution tank, and I was hopeful that these lines would have connected properly. But what they did is kind of just jammed in some loose pieces to join it to this end. And that's not going to work. So I think one of the important things to do is admit when you're in over your head, or at least knee deep here, and to call in somebody that knows what they're doing. So we're going to call our septic guy, see what he thinks, maybe have him just run new lines, because as it stands now, if this line here, it's got holes in it. I don't know if you can see that. So if that's gonna run out, it's just gonna give us that same problem here at our Connex. So might have to dig this up, extend it down past the Connex, and start the actual leach line there. I don't know. So we'll keep you updated.
Like and subscribe for more amazing content, and comment down below what you liked most about this video.